ready to record is right at the corner. And guess what? I have one of the panelists here who was going to join me as I was seeing.
Hi everyone, how are you doing? Yes, I want to especially invite you to Unbroken. See, Unbroken is a program majorly put together for single mothers and single ladies. Are you excited? It's gonna be a little bit time of mending broken hearts, of being vocal, of forgiving, I tell you, you can't even expect what is going to be there. See, because this is, like I told you, is a program that God has specially put together. But my amazing sister, I want to see you there because I'm going to be here live. We are going to have a beautiful time.
And it's coming up on the 19th of October 2024.
Yes, I want to see that. Tell your friends.
To register for this event, please check the number below. My name is BUNMI ALABI.
Hello everyone, good morning. It's another episode of Just a Chat with BUNMI ALABI. Yes, the month is running so fast to our end. In a couple of days now we'll be saying, oh, happy new month again, and it's going to be October 1st. Yes, Independence Day. Yes, Nigeria will be like 64, 65, I think. I don't even know how old Nigeria is now, but all the same. How are you doing? How are you coping with everything around? I believe that everything is going to be fine. And that is just my word for you. Everything will be all right. No matter the situation, no matter what you are going through, I just want you to know that it's only a phase. And whatever has a beginning has an ending. So just keep your gaze up on God. Keep trusting in God, because God is going to sort you out. He's going to sort you out. And today, I'm not alone today. Yes, I have amazing guests here. Yes, amazing guests. When I mean amazing guests, they are here with me. But let me start with my left here. I have a wonderful, perfect gentleman here. Our one and only Mr. Impeccable, Mr. Pastor, Evangelist, His Excellency. What else again? Daddy of Nation. Pastor Pastor David.
Thank you for having me. This long title is amazing.
Yes, so you deserve it and more. So
thank you for having me. Fine, we are here.
You.
Thank you.
How is everything? How is business? How is Nigeria? How is family?
We are
business,
here.
Ministry?
Everything is working to the glory of God. We are doing our best.
I'm for pride. How are you coping?
It's a reality. You have to readjust.
I was telling someone that I bought fuel of 15,000, and I was preparing my energy to carry the big jerry can. I just carried this and it just got lifted easily. I was like,
15,000 liters.
I was like, we don't enter around today. But all the same, like I always say that we move. Even if they are selling price 5,000 naira per liter, we are still going to buy it, and God is going to provide. That is the ultimate. That's the most important thing, because getting lower or getting lower price for those things, only God can decide that. But no matter what they are saying, I know God is on the throne and is going to sort out His own beloved. That's my belief. That's what I
She's there. She's in her home.
All right. Please, I want you to help me welcome this amazing guest I have here. They are couple 2 in 1. The husband has been here before. For those of you who have seen him on Just a Chat, he has been here before. But today, we are privileged to have the 2 in 1 today, and it's going to be 2 double dose. They're going to give to us dose. I was teasing behind the camera that, see, some things I used to forget whenever you are teaching us those things, and like, by the time she's here by your side, those inspirations will be coming naturally, to be flowing. Please join me as I welcome Mr. and Mrs. Dikpo.
Thank you.
Mr. Dikpo, you are looking calm and collected because she's there. I will tell her the one I used to show you. You don't show us on Just a Chat. Because she's here now, you are not calming for her.
I'm always calm.
You're always calm. But I tell you are giving us those those.
A funny moment sometimes. Just comfort.
Let me welcome our pretty mama here today.
Thank you.
Thank you for coming. Thank you for responding to us. And thank you for taking care of our therapist. Yes, you can see you are taking care of him. Yes, for most of you who have seen Mr. Dikpo, you know that he's a very vast man. Different areas, different field, and he has testimonies. It's not about just teaching us theory and like as a teachings with experience, lots and lots of experience, and you can see the glowing on his experience. It's really glowing. We give it up to you. Give it up to you, Mr.
Thank
Dikon.
you, thank you.
Thank you very much. You are doing great. You are doing well. So, Mr. Dikon, good to have you. It's been a while.
It's a privilege.
On just a chat, just ran away, just left us hanging. You gave an assignment to do. You didn't even follow up your patients.
I deeply want to apologize. I'm back fully now.
You are back fully. You are coming back powerfully. So how are you doing?
I'm doing great. We are coping and enjoying the flow of the frequency of the country.
Yes, so we have to enjoy it. You don't even look like somebody in Nigeria. You look like somebody just coming from Yankee.
It is Nigeria. It's just we rebrand it. That's just it.
It's good to have it today.
Yeah.
You know, and for our audience, whenever you see Mr. Dipon said, you should know what you're going to talk about. Nothing else but family life, family lifestyle. And as you know him, he specializes in the area of sex in marriage, sex in relationship, and he's been doing that, and he's been giving us different tips and the likes in seminars, in some workshops, even in churches. He goes there to teach, and he has product he can recommend, that his own personal product that he can refer, he can make for you. As in, that one is on special order. You know, it's not yet in market, but he has some things he gives to people, and all over the world, as in within Nigeria and outside Nigeria, is there. So he has his clients all over. Mr. Dikon, I really celebrate you, and I thank you, because you know that aspect of marriage is very important too. Because no marriage without sex now. Any sexless marriage, you know, it's the fun of it is off it, and I know that since you've been coming on Just a Chat, you've really been doing justice to that, and the feedback you'll be getting has been really, really amazing.
Wow.
Thank you very much. So today,
Thank you.
so we want you to just give us some, you know, you've been doing some researches on building communication in sex, you know, because that's still another major area that we really want to learn more, to know more about building communication in sex, knowing your partner's needs, his needs and needs in sex. So,
Like I said, first of all, I want to apologize for being unable to be here for a long time.
yeah,
I'm back now. I appreciate the privilege you gave me to be here again. You see, to talk about sex, there are, just like you have a department in schools, in science, or in commercial, sex is very wide, and there is a different factors that are attached to it. There is a communication part, there is a healthy part, there is an emotional part, and there is a lifestyle, there is an exercise, so and so on like that. The thing is, people just think, let me have sex. And also, before I forget, the overall of it is spiritual. You see, the time people put into sex is just too little. The time preparing for it, it should be more better than the act of the sex.
sorry, if I may get you right, as in how people prepare for sex is too little. Are you saying there should be a preparatory stage that is long, you know, as long as how many hours?
Let me tell you, sex is a rope.
Okay.
Just like a journey in life. You don't finish the journey. The more you get to this point, you have to bend. You have to bend. The same thing goes to sex. You can't get the end of it. It's a chapter after a chapter after a chapter. So, but from the foundation of a good sex, it comes from where you start, as in starting from communication factors. Because communications makes you to build up, to know the needs of he and she. When you communicate, it develops the emotional needs. It prepares the mind, the joy, the pleasure before the act. People who does that have the tendency to enjoy the act than people who just jump into the sex act.
Okay.
So we lack that in marriages. The husband will say, oh yeah, let's go and do it. The wife will say, let's go and do it. There should be some depth of communications. There should be some actions, body language that communicate that even give the person the joy in advance. Wow. So those factors are lacking in marriages, especially with couples that have been there for themselves for maybe 5 years upward. They just see it as in, let's come and do what you want to do. And that is what is killing. Let's add fun to it in communications. Communications developed intimacy more before the main act of sex. Like now, you can hardly see a woman or a wife calling an husband for sex.
It looks like a taboo, kind of.
It's not a taboo. The thing is the mentality they've passed across as part of our culture.
Okay, before we go deep into, I thank God that Mrs. Deepa is there.
Yeah.
So at least you are my gender. You know, if you count like 10 to between 10 as in 10 women out now, would you agree with me that 8 women would say they can't communicate sex? And so, why do you think that usually happens?
To me, I think maybe they'll feel my husband will think I'm white before.
And wild before?
Wild.
For asking?
Yes.
Okay.
Like, how will I force? Is my husband
No, it's
supposed to
not
come?
forced. It's not forced now. As how will I say,
As
I
the
need
first
the-
person to say, I
Okay, why would I be the first
yes.
person?
Or
Okay.
I will not come to meet my husband now. I say, honey, let's make love. It's like
It sounds somehow.
somehow.
But
too.
before, do you have that mentality? Forget
Yes,
about now
yes,
that you have. I know
yes.
you have a therapist
Yes, I
now.
will like,
But
yes.
before, you used to have that mentality to
Yes,
that. How will
yes.
I be the first one?
He's supposed to come to me. I said, this is my husband.
But do you know some people say maybe women don't first have the urge compared to men, that make her feel men. No, you can break the fact to thank God you are here now, as she said. Before, it's an experience that we've heard it from a lot
It
of
was
women. that
wrong
women
mentality.
don't have that men have high libido than women. So the urge for a man to ask for sex is more than a woman.
They say so, but the scientifically, biologically, women had more than men. It's just the women connect their sexual urge to their emotions.
Okay.
That was what kills it. What controls the sexual urge in a woman is ×2 of what controls it in men.
Okay.
So women had than men. Men is a quick weapon, while women is an endurance weapon. And
Sorry, come back again. Men is a what?
quick weapon.
Cooked. Quick. Fast. Okay.
While woman is an enduring weapon.
Endurance. So it takes time.
To get there.
Okay, but a man, one
Quick.
time.
And what funny most is, women has more benefit in
Than
sexual engagement than the men.
Do you agree?
Yes.
It's like, but no, just
No,
tell me
it
yes
has
now.
been
Because yeah, calm down. After you have put all those knowledge on he, on her, and you are now saying, no, now I wish my other gender are here. So it's not like that, you know. For you to accept that, okay, women have more benefits than men, does that mean men too don't have more benefits?
They did.
You
They
understand?
did. What happened is the way it's being preached
Okay.
or broadcast by people or by our parents or by our ages people, this is men.
Men that
Is
always,
that-
it's men that are always seen as old. They always want it more than women.
You see, even the men that want it, when the woman really wants it, the men can meet up.
Okay.
The men can be.
Can meet
Can't
up.
meet up. That is when the woman is the one that has for it.
It takes a man who really understands what it means to endure it,
Okay.
to enjoy it.
So I want to say, Pastor Dipo, Mr. Dipo, calm down first. I think at this junction, I want us to digress a bit or go back a bit. And I would like to ask Mr. David, that I know you are putting Ajasa under what Mr. Dipo is saying, but I want to ask you a question. You know, he was saying something about communication, and I think there was a time I stumbled on a post about communicating your sexual needs even before you get married. Yeah. Communication, because a lot of people, a lot of therapists, counselors, they just talk about, oh, when you want to get married, you have to give your husband food, give him sex, give her sex. They never taught us about, oh, women, you have the right to ask. We were not taught that. But you know, I went through that post and I was seeing some things that said communicate some sexual needs to your spouse, to your fiancé or your fiancé, whatever they call it, as you communicate even before you get married. Is it right? Fine, you are a married counselor, and I think you're counseling some couples to be, and how do you communicate sex? Because people feel like, okay, we can't be saying something because maybe it arouses them, it makes the audience comes faster than the norms. Thank God you're a pastor and you are also a therapist. So is it right? What are the level of sex communication that people need to talk about even before they get married?
Yes, thank you. It differs from people to people.
Okay.
But then I think, like, let me take for myself as an example. I think you have to be very sincere with yourself.
Okay.
When we are getting married, we needed to do that. But the best way we can do, because we're both virgin, was to get a book. And when I was going through that book, and I saw things that were there, it wasn't comfortable at that moment.
It wasn't
we'll close it. Not really not born again, not for, because it's more like you're going to be arousing things you are not ready for and burn out. So we close it and we have to be asking questions from people that are there instead of reading ourselves. Then you know, when you are single, your sexual needs different when you're married and having children, because there are many hormones that have changed. When you have children, you are getting to some age, hormones, body language begin to change. So when you are still single and you talk, even when you talk about it, doesn't mean that is what you are going to see fully in your marriage. It's going to be a different thing entirely. We do that, but when we enter, it's another thing entirely. You understand? So in fact, I never knew that it's to be enjoyed by both parties. That's the truth. Once you are done, come out. So that was the mindset. All right. So over time, I get to understand that, man, you both of you should enjoy it. And so my focus should not be on me from what I learned over time. It should be on how to satisfy her, not myself. And it was a very big task for me. And so communicating before is okay, but when you enter, now the communication they go, which is what a lot of people doesn't do, you know. So over time, more than a decade in marriage, I've learned that when you communicate, you have it better. In fact, like she said, it was a big issue for my wife to ask for sex. But now it's natural.
Yeah,
right?
like
so
what he said,
it's
like,
not easy.
It's a mindset that okay, men are the ones that should even enjoy it more. So women have been made to believe that you should give you. Do you know what they will tell you as well? Make sure you satisfy your husband very well. So now forgetting about women to needing to be satisfied. So women now see themselves as if they are sex objects.
That's it. Yeah.
Have a pleasure.
So now you're back to you, Mr. Dipo. You made a statement that men are quickie or whatever, quick weapons. So I want you to really emphasize in that, and how is it right to be a quick weapon, and is the woman now made to be an enduring weapon?
You see, biologically, or maybe I should say medically, men's body systems has the tendency to last some level of minutes, while women has longer time. But in a nutshell, there are things that have been put in place to help the man not to just be a quick weapon and come.
That's right.
Why the woman will feel helpless when you are done? Because the woman needs you for her to be able to get to her own peak.
To our own Jerusalem.
Mama, speak it, mama.
to get to our own Jerusalem. So, in a nutshell, there have been programs that could help the men to be able to be in tune
to get to the endurance level of
exactly.
the female. To
There are
balance.
apps, there are diet, there are exercise,
Lifestyle.
and there is communications during.
During or before or after.
There is communication before, there is
Okay.
communication during,
During.
there is communication after.
Okay. Okay. Before you go to that communication level, because of our time, I want you to really take some things deeper. Let's talk about some lifestyle, because every woman wants to enjoy sex, like you said. Because how will a woman just go through a process that she knows that it's still the same routine, quickie, Indomie generation man, and you just be like, what's the point of asking for it? Something that I won't enjoy. What can you men do, as what can other men do that can help them to get to this, to take their woman to the climax they wanted to do?
The Jerusalem.
Yeah, Jerusalem, exactly.
So let me come in this aspect. You see, from my experience and from research, from courses done, and you see, men and women, there is no way you won't lose your testosterone as you age. There are hormones that lose strength. They will start losing strength in your system once you grow in age. The same thing goes to women. And there is an age bracket where women get to the peak of their own sex. And there's the age bracket for men as well. But the fact remains that men needed more of exercise. You don't take alcohol. There are quality alcohols. It's not I'm advertising alcohols.
Okay.
There are alcohols that helps. You don't take sodas.
So all these things, they reduces the strength of the testosterone.
Stamina,
Okay.
energy, strength, it
Okay.
takes it away.
Okay.
And things like eating late in the night,
Okay.
those factors affect men a lot. And another thing, the way the woman will communicate the sexual need
That's now going to communication now.
to the man, it may kill his spirit, it may danger his spirit. So those factors are very, very, very important. We can't have the best of a man if he's not psychologically intact in terms of maybe other things at work or whatever, home issues, health, not eating the right food, not enough exercise, not getting the target or whatever he is planning to get in his life. So those factors really affect a lot. So men just need to know these things, I don't need it because of long life, because of healthy life. Because if your health is out of it, you can't even do any job. You can't do any business. Health is number one. And what you eat, what you do, what you drink, where you go, and what you hear also affect your health. So you can't remove those factors. Men need to be observant of those things. No matter how it is, if you eat too much starch, it's wahala. Protein cannot be excess. It's just know the protein you needed in the morning, in the afternoon, in the night.
But in this economy, what food do we have again? Because most of the food we eat in this economy is starch. Problem is a finish for country. You know, you are talking about some factors that affect all these things in men generally. So while our school fees expense is there, meeting up with need, mental stress at work, you know, a lot of things that are enough to make a man just, you know, get weak or not even think of sex. Because somebody was saying something like, we're talking about something, and the woman was like, are you mad that you are not able to provide for food and you are now asking for sex? You understand? You know, that one alone can demoralize a man, and whatsoever Jerusalem he wants to go, in fact, it will kill it
just
off.
flush out.
You understand? So all I'm saying in essence is problem is always there.
Yeah.
You understand? So how can a man still...
You see, one of your program that I listened to, the man was talking about budget.
Yeah. Okay.
Like one of the things my wife always talk about, bros, do we have the capacity for this school fees? We don't need to start go and doing prayer and fasting for what we know
That we can't afford.
There are other things we can take a step of faith on. Don't let us use our faith in where
Common sense is
common sense is needed. So, no matter how it is, if you focus on the problem, you will never get the best of yourself. The problem will not be solved once you focus on it. Then it will even damage your health. It will damage your marriage. So it is not the problem. It is you, how you relate or connect to the problem. Economy has always been an issue for a long time. It is not now that you now put it on yourself, you will solve it. Sorry to say, a friend of mine, some few days ago, I was called that he has a partial stroke.
Wow.
Because he chose to take the problem to himself. And some of the advice I used to give to him, Baba, stop drinking soda.
So that.
Don't kill yourself. Soda has no advantage. It kills. So those things, it is left to you and your wife to understand that whether we enjoyed ourselves or we do not, the problem, the economy will still be there. So you are the one that will choose. Oh, problem. Let me live a good life. I remember my late mom has always said, this issue of this country, this wala, this issue, this problem. She said it, she built a house, she sent the children to school, and the issue was still existing when she died.
And now
so it's still existing. So it is not a problem, it is person.
How you manage through the problem.
So that's
Thank you very much, Mr. Diko. Over to Mama. We're talking about women communicating their sex needs to men. So, as a woman with experience, how can other women communicate their sex? Like you rightly said that women has higher urges than men, but I don't really believe that because somebody says something that women have gone through a lot of stress. Some hormones have dropped due to childbearing, birth, and a lot of things. How can women now improve themselves? How can they level up to the needs of the man? Like it is until when you have the urge that you can see you want to ask. Some women don't actually have urge. Some women give birth through CS and the likes, and they are still not yet healed. So how can we help other women to really level up to this?
Like my home, I will use my own as a sample.
Sure, I like,
So what I do is like, daddy,
our father.
Sometimes I will just tap.
So
So I've been programmed.
So that one we send the signal.
Something is going to happen this night, or the night where I watch, you show that
you need something.
something. If I don't need it, you will know. You will sense it. This woman no go area. This you will see your face now. You will see in your face.
You
this
understand
person
the
don't
body
go
language.
there. The body language will
So
detect.
you don't really say it, but you just position yourself.
Yeah, there are times that I try to talk her into it. To be husband also need to be patient. Once you tell her, if she says no, try to understand the reason. What can you do? To bring her out of that mood into connections. There are times when I was trying to do that, she would say, please, let me sleep.
Do you understand?
And I do.
Do you?
No,
But it may not be always.
You just adapt to that.
But you will not be happy that time, Sha.
No.
You will not be happy.
No.
Okay, but let me ask you a question. Has there been time that she positioned herself, but maybe you were going through something that is really bothering you and you didn't even look at her side?
No time.
No time.
We
So no matter what you are going through, once you see that
we still talk about it some. I said the issue that whatever that is coming up, Put the issue.
Let me face this one first.
What is the reality? That issue has
Always ready.
So you know women will say, I've stressed myself.
myself.
Let's rest today.
Okay,
Let's
thank you very much, Mr. and Mrs. Deep. I know we can't really talk about this for long, but let's go to Mr. David. I know you are planning for your program, His and Hers, and I believe Mr. Deepa is one of the core speakers there, right? Okay, so His and Her needs now. Like the man wants something, and the woman is not available. And you know, like you said, I'm not available, I'll be park well. And you keep persisting, you know. I say, I want to take you to Jerusalem. And you say, no, I don't go to Jerusalem. I'm okay at Judea. You know, and he's not giving up. You know, how do you now help your gender to just take eyes sometimes? Like, I will let this woman rest.
Yeah.
You understand? So what can you say? I think just to take your eyes off.
Okay, all right. He said he will not take his eyes off. All right, now this is a very practical thing, and I've used myself as an example.
Okay.
Before, I used to feel very bad. At the onset of my marriage, I used to
I
used to feel very bad because I don't understand how to get back to myself and come out again. But over time, I built it. This happened some weeks ago, and then it was, let me sleep. And I see really that she was tired. I was just trying to, play with her, just touch her. Immediately I saw, like you said, I know no go area.
No go area.
So I understand and adjust myself. So it's important. They are human beings. They have emotions, they have needs, they have things on their head they think of. So if you sense that they are worn out and they're tired, why not? You put yourself together. But this is my advice to the female gender. It is wisdom, which is what we practice. Now that he has been shut down, it is wisdom to know how to pay back without him asking the next time.
Yes,
that's where it balances. So that's what we do in our homes, and over time I help us. But then, in shut down, you don't ask. The next time he see you, it might be very dangerous. So the wisdom is that before he asks, it could be in the morning. It could be that when you don't even think about it, like he said, we are always ready.
Always.
That's where God wire us.
You can't say no, even though.
No. It's the way we are wired. God wires that way. We are progenitors, so right? So things are inside of us. Anytime like this,
So
we are ready.
That fact that women have more urges than men, I think that fact is not
Urges
valid.
and readiness are different
Readiness,
things.
You
They
see,
see different
let me
things.
tell you, it's easy to start a man,
That's the
They are
word.
like generator.
but it's not easy to start
That's
a
your
woman.
woman.
Before the woman get hot, the man that you started will have
Don't come
died.
down.
So,
When it's up,
The thing is, while the woman is processing it, just let me use an instance. You see, let's say you started having sex from 1, 2, the process. The man could move from 1, 2, 3, 4. But it's easier for man to move from 1, 2, 3, 4. But it's not easy for woman to move from 1, 2, 3, 4. The speed is slow. The process is slow. So once a man moves, it's easier for him to get, let me say 4 is a climax. Why 1 is the starting process. From women, if a woman starts, he won't move in the speed of a man. It goes little by little. The process is going. But man can easily move from 1
from jump to 4
to 4. Now, once the man hits a climax, it's not easy for that man to come back.
to 1.
It's easier for him to just jump back to 1 back. For him to come back to 4, it's going to take a longer time for the men.
That's right. True.
But women, once the woman gets to 4, it can easily get to 3 and come back to 4. It can easily come back to 3 and come back to 4 so many times. But men, that's why the woman is an enduring time.
Well, thank you very much, Mr. Deepa. This is very deep. And before we just wrap it up, Mr. David, I know you have an event this weekend which is tagged His and Her Needs.
Yeah.
What should be the expectation and who are your target audience for this event?
Yeah, thank you so much. The target audience are couples and also mature the singles or couple to be who look forward to experience success in their marriage. Okay. If you want to scale up your relationship life and you want to experience higher dimensions of intimacy, this is a program you must not miss, because over time you'll possibly be communicating wrong, you're attending to wrong needs of your spouse. But when you know the right need, not want, the need, you begin to see how to meet it, and then communications and intimacy becomes very easier. So expect an unusual scale up in your intimacy between you and your spouse. It's not, I've seen a spouse who, husband and wife, who just live in the same apartment, the same house, as if they are flatmate, but in the same room, in the same place. And if something else, to the sense that when the woman want to dress, this is from a little experience, want to dress, it cover up, this one too, cover up, you don't see me. So, like, no, this is not it. So, these are things that people don't understand, but it's there, staring at them at face. So, we're going to be exploring those needs of a man, the needs of a woman, so that when you understand his need and you understand your need as a woman, you can easily communicate it and try to see how to meet them. This is what this program is all about.
Okay, thank you. What if the needs are not what the person wants at that time? Like, okay, maybe a woman who needs sex or who needs money, and you are giving them something different. Maybe the woman needs money, and you are trying to give sex, and all over time, and you don't really understand that, okay, this person needs something else. Because they say, okay, you are supposed to give your man sex anytime he needs it. Does that mean you should still enforce that on her, even though it's not what she needs at that time?
No. It shouldn't be something you enforce. So the fact that he doesn't have that need, or he doesn't have capacity to meet that need, there are ways to communicate that the person, the person will know that, yes, he is identifying with my need, but he cannot meet it. But at least align with my need, you understand, so you can move on. So it doesn't mean that you have to force it through the throat. At the end of the time, it can cause problem and damage. What you are trying to solve, you can even be more, deadly than that. So it's some of those things we are going to be looking at. How do you communicate? How do you pass your need and meet it across to your spouse and still maintain a balance, even though you cannot meet at that time? Because as somebody said, we are not Alpha and Omega. We might not be able to meet all at this spot. Yeah.
Wow.
So
I know there are more to still learn on the. What is the date again?
Yes, 29th of September. That is this coming Sunday.
29th of September.
This coming Sunday, 5 p.m.
Tomorrow. That's tomorrow.
Yes, tomorrow. Thank you.
The
Tomorrow.
program
It's tomorrow.
is coming up tomorrow.
Okay.
Sunday, 28th of September. 29th of September.
Yeah.
By 5 p.m. Where's the venue?
At Devlin Events and Lodge at number 13 Olani Street, New Okoba, Lagos.
Is there a number to call to people that want to?
Yes, the number will be probably scrolled on the screen. You'll know to communicate with us.
I look forward to seeing you. I'm going to be there live. Yes, I'm going to be there, and I believe our super couple are going to be there too.
Going to be there.
Yes, as more. You see that they didn't have enough time to talk more there today, but tomorrow I know they're going to give us more loads of experiences from them, as in. I believe you are going to learn a lot tomorrow. So is registration free or?
Yes, it's free.
Yes,
it's free.
It is free, but you need to just register.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you very much, Mr. Dikwa. Thank you, Mrs. Dikwa, for joining us today.
Thank you.
And to our audience, I believe you have learned a lot. Tomorrow, don't miss this program. It's neat, her neat. It's very important. Till we come away again next week on another interesting episode of Just a Chat. It's me, BUNMI ALABI, saying have an amazing weekend and have a beautiful Independence celebration. Bye.
Bye. Yes, do you desire to experience a higher intimacy with your spouse? Then you need to understand his or her need. Join me this Sunday, that is on the 29th of September 2024 at Devlin Event Center and Suite, as I explore the needs of men and women, because it's important for you to know that if you don't know the needs of your spouse, you cannot meet them. Maybe you'll be having an issue with this, and this is what we're exploring this Sunday. It's going to be very, very educative, highly expository. Join me in with your spouse, and I tell you, your relationship will be amazing. It's going to be a lot of fun at the same time. Question time sessions will also be there, and quite a number of people who are professional will be also talking alongside with me. It's going to be a meeting you cannot afford to miss. I'll see you there, 5 p.m. this Sunday. God bless you.